Hello, it's ShadeX, and today I'll be talking about Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. The game came out on October 5th, 2021, the same day Nintendo announced Sora as the final Smash fighter. I played this game the night of launch on PC, and it is really fun. The game is a crossover fighting game like Smash, but rather than featuring different gaming icons, All-Star Brawl focuses on different Nicktoons characters fighting each other. On this channel I talk about cartoons usually, so I figured I'd share my thoughts on the game so far. For this video I'll be looking at the current reps for each show, the gameplay, some brief talk about a few of the stages, and then talk about the online. The starting lineup for Nick All-Star Brawl is pretty good. Not amazing, but pretty good. Of course, it's not a Nick game without SpongeBob reps of some kind. There are three: SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy. The game also has 3 reps from the Avatar franchise: Aang, Toph, and Korra. Their inclusion is great, and I am really glad Nickelodeon has realized how important the Avatar franchise is as of recently. There are 2 Loud House reps, those being Lincoln and Lucy. Lincoln and a Loud sister were definitely going to be in the game, as the Loud House is Nick's other big show besides SpongeBob. There are 3 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle reps: Leonardo, Michelangelo, and April O'Neil. Surprisingly, they are the 80s cartoon designs. Nick didn't have anything to do with the production of that show, with Nick only making the CGI 2012 show and Rise of the TMNT. Ren and Stimpy has 2 reps. The 2 title characters share 1 slot, and Powdered Toast Man is his own fighter. The rest of the shows get single reps of their own. Zim is in the game, which is neat. Cat Dog is a fighter. Rugrats has Reptar repping the show as a whole in this game. Nigel Thornberry is a fighter, and he is the perfect choice out of all the Wild Thornberry's characters. Helga is a fighter representing the show Hey Arnold, which makes sense as she's a tough character. Arnold being in the game would be cool, but he isn't much of a fighter. Danny Phantom is in the game, which is awesome. Finally, there's Oblina from Ah Real Monsters. While I am fine with the All-Star Brawl starting roster, there's still a lot missing. The biggest issue I have is that Fairly Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron representatives got snubbed from the game's base roster. Rocco would have been great too. XJ9 would have been awesome as well. Hopefully characters from these shows will be fighters later down the road. I'm really surprised TMNT has 3 reps, as it was not initially a Nicktoon but rather an IP that Nick acquired. I kinda wish the game had a costume option and made the turtles like Bowser Jr. from Smash by having costume variations of all the turtles. Still, I do get that Leonardo and Michelangelo are unique fighters with different moves and their own respective weapons, so my point is that had that happened, there would be room for 1 classic Nick character at launch. I am not that bothered about this though, since the game is confirmed to have DLC content. I am not bothered by there being 3 Ninja Turtles characters, and I get why they have those 80s designs, as those are the ones people are nostalgic about. Nick All-Star Brawl is a game targeted towards people who remember classic Nicktoons. Just like Smash is a love letter to video games, All-Star Brawl is a love letter to cartoons. I really love the nods to the shows that are put into the gameplay. SpongeBob has a ton of references to various episodes. For example, he does the imagination rainbow thing, and it's a good attack. There are a ton of creative things in this game. Nigel Thornberry is a really fun character. He has attacks that mimic animals. Anyway, now we'll talk about my mains. Toph is a really fun character to play as. She works best on the ground as she is an earthbender. I have a lot of fun playing as her as she does some really powerful attacks. Also, there's Cat Dog. They are a blast to play as. I find it hilarious whenever Dog gets cartoonishly buff and punches other characters. I've also started playing as Danny Phantom, and his ghost scream is quite powerful. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl is somewhat similar to Super Smash Bros. Gameplay-wise. I have no complaints about that. One in-game inclusion I find interesting is wave dashing, which is something that was a big part of competitive Super Smash Bros. Melee. Wave dashing even existed before Melee in the game Tekken Tag Tournament, where the term stemmed from. The developers of this game clearly are interested in making All-Star Brawl competitive. Well-known Smash players even got copies of the game early. The controls are decent for the most part, but the only gripe I have is that there is no analog jump. You have to push the jump button whenever you want to jump instead. I'm fine with the game's controls as is though. I am used to playing that way, but having the option to jump with the control stick from the start would have been nice. As far as the stages go, they are neat as well. Just like Smash Bros, there are fine stages for competitive play, and then there are stages that just aren't. I really love the Jellyfish field stage, as there is relaxing scenery and fire background music. It's simple, yet enjoyable. But then there are stages that aren't fun to play on, like the Ren and Stimpy space stage. A lot of iconic locations are in this game. You can fight on the Flying Dutchman's ship, and you can also fight while in the Ghost Zone. A lot of care was clearly put into the making of this game. It is definitely a viable competing game to the Smash series. Anyway, now we'll talk about the online of the game. The online isn't unbearable like Super Smash Bros. Ultimates. Apparently Nintendo's Switch Online still uses Windows 98, unlike whatever Nintendo is using for Smash. I am really glad that All-Star Brawl has rollback netcode, something that most modern fighting games have. While the online for All-Star Brawl is fine, it is far from perfect. It likely has to do with my internet connection though. What I've noticed is that online is usually fine on smaller stages, but bad on bigger ones. Then there are stages like the Korra one that usually always run slow for me online. For the most part, online has been a fine experience. I disconnected a few times on Quick Play, but I've played a good amount of fun games on there. But yeah, now we'll be talking about the best thing about this game's online, the ability to play with friends. What I love about All-Star Brawl's online play with friends are the way lobbies work. In Smash Bros. Ultimate, whenever you start an arena, people only have the options to play when it's their turn. Other than that, the options left are to wait or spectate. However, for All-Star Brawl, you have the option to play a game against someone while another game is taking place in the same lobby. If Smash had that feature for online, that would be amazing, but the game doesn't have that. Playing Nick All-Star Brawl online with friends is great. Even with the hiccups that All-Star Brawl's online has, it is still bearable to play. It is a very fun experience, but yeah, an important thing I want to mention is that the times I've tried recording gameplay with OBS while playing an online game, it lags for both me and the other player. There are times where the online is really laggy and there are times when it's fine. The game was recently released, so hopefully if there are issues that don't have to do with my internet, they'll get fixed later on. Overall, Nick All-Star Brawl is a very fun game. It's definitely inspired by Smash Bros, and it has a lot of potential in the competitive fighting game scene. The fact this game is on PC is great because that means it can get modded. One mod I highly recommend is the voice acting mod, as it gives the characters voice lines. The mod makes the game even more fun, and it works with online. I was also surprised to hear the voice lines and replays I saved before I added the mod. I am having a lot of fun with this game, and I hope it gets updates in the future, which is very much the case. DLC is in the works. 2 characters were even found in the game's files already, who I hope to see added to the game soon. Garfield is probably going to be in this game soon. It's gonna be insane! I'm really looking forward to this game as it evolves. This has been ShadeX, and I hope you all feel nothing but good vibes.
Which mind you, it is still No Sim September, so I have all the right to call all of you guys out.
Okay, you can be here for the simp segment.
We're under the influence of low pressure and this weather front pushing north.